Hello folks, welcome back for another episode of Schwaaard's Journey to Legendary. As you can see, we are playing a Tribunal deck, but do not fear, this is not control, it is still mid-range. You can take a gander at it there, but we are going to jump into the game and I'll talk about my inspiration for it. I had it, I was trying to think of like what games I wanted to play or what deck I wanted to play for today's adventure. And suddenly, somewhere, out of nowhere, it seems, the idea came like, I don't see, like, if you had, your purple and blue, but what if you had, like, a gold trim on it? You just had a few gold creatures just to make it, a little more zesty, a little more spicy, a little more, unpredictable, if you will. And so I put the deck together, Divine Fervors, 5th Legion Trainer, things of that sort.
Come on, then. Entertain me.
And I thought I'd just come up with this idea out of nowhere. Although I will say I liked the like lore devastating idea of a Barrow Stalker wielding Dawnbreaker. It's like, I smell the stench of the, oh my gosh, what is this doing in my head? Why do I have this? This is killing me. And she disappears in a puff of smoke. But I probably should have negated that to deny him the big guy that's coming down next, or in a couple turns. Let's see. Ooh, all right. Trying to think, is a Hive Defender going to be better, or are they going to have a weapon to use against him so that this guy survives and Hive Defender does not?
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Let's just not risk it. So I put this deck together. I thought it was very clever. Come to find out, oh crapola. Yes. Well, looks like I'm gonna lose my Barrow Stalker. This I'm not playing this very well at the moment. The numbers aren't lining up, or I'm not paying well enough attention to the numbers. And I'm sure he's got some shenanigans here that's gonna make me wish I had a better grasp of what was going on.
We obey.
The good news is, between the ward and the
Black Hand sees all.
Jeez. The ward and the gavel.
Preparations have been made.
Watch yourself now.
So I'm not really sure how this is. We'll see. Anyway, so I put it all together, and then I happened to see. I was scrubbing through some of the game footage during the edit just to make sure I didn't miss anything or didn't need to add anything to it. And I came across Diggity Dankity's video, which was the second one we did yesterday. If you remember, it was the Tribunal. I think it was a control deck technically, but it did have Divine Fervor and other cards that in the Tribunal you don't necessarily see.
Feel the nightmare.
For the
Things look dire for our heroes. That would be a good draw at some other point in time, I guess. Well, this really stinks. Well, actually, no. That makes him a 4/3. He still dies to that. Doesn't die to the Harpy, though. But it feels really bad not having anything on the board. Oh, you know what? I can do both. Why am I stressing about it?
I smell the stench of the living.
And that's exactly why. It throws the numbers off. So anyway, I keep saying anyway. Credit and props to... Not that he... Wow, really? On curve. You turd muffin.
The day is mine.
So, the support giveth, the support taketh away. And we got Butkus in our hand right now. I mean, I guess it's good he's going to give us cards, but I feel like I'm really going to need this silence.
You must be cleansed.
Just in case he's got bang bang you. What was that? Unstoppable rage. That's what I was thinking of.
This might be handy.
Yeah, we are just hurting for cards right now. The dagger's gonna let it trade, but I don't know. I'm sputtering this whole game. So I don't know if this deck is good or not. I did play it on casual. I played it 5 games in a row, won all 5 of them. That doesn't mean anything. That's gonna be helpful.
He's very smart, very dumb.
Does not mean anything. Obviously, you get on the ladder, it's a whole other ball game.
I will be triumphant.
Oh yeah, that's sick. Let's see. Do we get out of this in any way, shape, or form? There's nothing to do. That's a 4. Nope, we're good. So, first one down. Ugly. I guess I better give him a good game. No, you know what? For crying out loud, I don't care what else you have in your hand, dude. Jeez Louise. Korgrok? Don't need to know. You won the game. Get on with your life. Let me get on with mine. Stop being a turd muffin. Jeez Louise. I don't understand. Why that's the default. People think when the game's over. And I know I sound salty. It irks me a little bit, but I'm not like, oh, I'm butthurt about it. And oh my gosh, that really sucks. It's just, I just don't understand where the idea comes from. Maybe is there a tradition in classic card gaming? I think if you're sitting across the table from somebody, they're right there, I think you're even less likely to showboat, but maybe people do. And maybe that's a tradition in card games that I'm missing. But for me, the default is to just be as good of a sport about it. Oh, okay. All right. So Dagoth apparently is the jam right now. Not sure our gold trim is up for it, but we shall see. It certainly didn't help having Divine Fervor removed on curve. That was a raunchy deal. Obviously, you have to know that can happen, but
This might be handy.
it's like, wow. I know how good it feels when things go, when you have that right thing, when they play it, you're going to use your big guy to bounce it, to bounce it away and try to fight for the field lane, but then, oh, I didn't say hello, did I?
Hail, friend.
Sorry.
You can trust me.
Ooh. Well, I was about to say, that is a lightning bolt target if I ever saw one, but we turn away from our lightning bolt. So it's more of a mammoth target. If he doesn't do something mean.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
Sure. We lose the 2-1 guard, but I'm not really worried about it. It's a free card. And she doesn't get to trigger, so that's helpful. So the prophecies seem to be
My blade is death to assassin.
with us. We got 2 of them so far. I think it's always important, especially if I find myself ever going, oh my gosh, why do they draw this in turn, to always to say out loud, to remind myself of the times when things go right for me. Because it can be really easy for those to get kind of, forgotten about very quickly when you have a sour taste in your mouth. But if you're thinking, this is, if you're reminding yourself, hey, something went really right there. I have first rune prophecy. If that happened to me, I'm like, oh, come on, are you kidding me? I'm not going to, lose my mind over it, but that's just the worst. You just open at the game. Although I will say, in that situation, equipping the dagger to break the rune, I don't know. That's, these oakmen are powerful and,
I am death.
see if we get the same treatment. We might. No, okay.
La da da dee da. No, that's not right.
Let's see.
This is
You
on
could argue
your
that I should
head.
mummify Luzra, but I think I'm going to want to mummify whatever she comes down. Let's see now. Wait a minute here. No. Oof! Third rune prophecy. Legit.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
I can't believe it. I never get prophecies. Why do I always get... You see what I did there. Hey, you stay in your lane. I hate when they do that. Why do you come over to my lane? We were having a... Oh, jeez.
Dee da da.
I'm not really sure what I'm
I'll
supposed
get
to
this yet.
do with that other than mummify it. I mean, but I don't need to. I need a little dagger to go...
Let's put these to use.
All right.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Ooh, that's good for stuff.
I smell the stench of the living.
So between...
Khajiit will keep you safe.
All right, good. They haven't played an Atronach, so I think we just have to say goodbye to the guards. So we need 3. We need to do 3 damage. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. What am I talking about? If I do... That's 3, right? Yeah, so that's 7. Holy cow, 7, 11. Yeah, that's
You
lethal.
fight like a child.
Just gotta say it out loud, because otherwise I make the mistake of run the risk of
Victory.
doing what you've seen me do before and go, oh, I was one short. Oh, why didn't I think of it? It's like, you know what? Just give it a second. I just, in my mind, like I don't want to be, I don't want to come across as slow rolling, because it can seem like that sometimes. If you've got the answer, it's like, really, you couldn't have put that together sooner? That's how I think anyway. So I'm trying to think like this. And that's not fair to do other people. I am not particularly fast when it comes to, like, you give me new information and I need to process it. Why did I go all the way back out? I need to process the information. I need to, kind of sort through it. And there's people that are probably even slower to that than I am. And they have, we have our other strengths. I'm much better in a prepared environment. And there are people that are probably even better, more prepared. And then you have these people that are just amazing at just right off the cuff stuff. And so, being understanding that there are people who really are going to sort through things and think things through. And I need to be better about doing that and not just be in a rush. We did play Slay in casual, and we did okay. But we had the silences for some of the lethal. We got pinged a little bit, but overall we had what we needed pretty early on. So I'm not sure how this will go.
Hail, friend.
You have this one's gratitude.
Preparations have been made.
Gold trim, go! Oh,
I have no
stink.
patience for fools.
No turn 3. That's never a good feeling. We got a good turn 4 though, and we are on pace to. Oh, this is a nice development. Granted, they could have a something to kill. Anyway, all you have to do is beef it up by 3, and might as well take what you can get, buddy. I really want Bethesda, if you can hear me, I really want the. I mean, this is the perfect card for this. It is going to make Golden Saint a little anticlimactic.
By the 8th,
I probably should have ended it first, just to make sure. No prophecy. This is like the perfect card for this matchup. Oh, so yeah, Bethesda. The alternate art, I don't know if you've seen, I think I talked about it before. The alternate art for Black Dragon. I'm sorry, this helmet looks kind of goofy. It looks kind of goofy to me. I know that's lore, and I don't mean any disrespect to the artists. Oh, could really use some, yeah, that'll work.
Schwaaard take you. This is on your head.
I don't have a 3 drop. Maybe that was not the best use of my stuff.
Should have been more worthy.
That little thing is just making my Golden Saints not
We must protect our stronghold.
Lepoke.
I smell the stench of the living.
But see, Divine Fervor. We survive with Divine Fervor, but we get pinged. You know what? Boing. Let's just do this. Oh, they only had the one. Yes, we lose it very quickly to this little... You know, she only plays it unworthy. If this Golden Saint is worthy, she will not die. Okay, so I lose them both. They are incredibly unworthy.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
The hist heals and rejuvenates.
Drain or Pilfer Guy? Thinking Pilfer Guy.
I have many important things on my mind.
Three cards in hand. They don't have...
Place for a midnight stroll.
No. We're not going to use that on you, doll. Ooh, am I allowed to say doll? I don't know.
By the light of true
That's who we're going to use it on. Yes, indeed. Oof. I mean, we could really get punished if we trigger that and they have some way to do something. But you know what? We can only do what we can do, right? Boy, if he kills that, that's a problem. Okay. I guess it wasn't quite a problem. Although they do get a crap ton of magicka here. Should have known they would have had a removal in hand.
Rise, my servant.
You're bringing up the assassin. No, the Pilfer Guy. Alright, so what I'm gonna do...
We'll hold, no matter what.
Training is over. It's time to act.
We still have the Mummify, so if it pilfers and they bring down a big dog, we can address it that way. If not, we've got a Great Doom Crag for these two.
You trusted me. How foolish.
Oh crap, and Kano. Wow. Wow. Even worse. Or basically negligible. You know what? I mean, they've got us beat on board. But we're gonna make a dash for it, y'all. Whee! You only live once. And if I played that, maybe... no, we didn't have any magic left. I was gonna say I could have played Dawnbreaker, but I can play it on her. I thought for sure he was gonna trigger Ankano. But I guess the one he picked was good. But Ankano has immediate impact.
Behold my power.
So Slay, they're going to have all the magic in the world. It's just a question of whether or not they can...
Herbs can heal or harm.
Okay, that's great. Guards don't matter. Huh.
Walk with our Lord.
Please let that be all you play. Good game.
I'll see you dead.
Okay. Yeah, that could have gone either way. That could have... I mean, that was rough. I still want to give Dawnbreaker to the vampire barrow stalker gal. And that's not my goal. That's not what I'm playing this for. Who knew Golden Saints were not worthy? That's just so unfortunate. They were slain by the 1-2 assassin. It's weird, you know. I feel like it's both happens both for me and Rising High. I know this name. I don't know if it's somebody that I've played or if this is actually like a player. I don't rightly know. I feel like it is.
Hail.
I feel like this is one of those, like he's been in tournaments and things.
Luck to your house.
Please, sir, don't execute me. I have a ward. I shouldn't be able to be executed.
Nobody breaks the law on my
Ooh,
watch.
pretty.
My arcane spear. This day will be mine.
She's going to be used to offset the board if he doesn't offset it first. Uh-oh.
No man can deny his destiny.
Man, now I want to mummify.
Vile
In fact, I
canker
will.
blossom confound you.
But it is going to cost me one of my dudes. Mummify is coming in handy. Having a 3 cost removal like that. Straight up legit.
Feel the power within you.
Not going to mummify that too, though. I really would have preferred a Hive Defender at this particular moment, but we're jockeying for control of the field lane. I was thinking about shifting over to Shadow, but I remember Joseph saying, "Hey, that you got to stay focused, stay in. You're battling for supremacy here." Good night. Jeez Louise. Ouch. All right. That'll be helpful. And this also.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
This is where it's all happening. In the next turn or two, if not already, that last turn may have really decided it. What do you got?
Preparations have been made.
Yeah, that's not a deal breaker per
The
se.
hist provides.
And you can tell he's definitely a legit player, despite what I may have thought, just because he got this many premiums. I think his whole deck is premium, isn't it? Yeah, right now. All right, so you know I've got a big old Schwaaard, so I'm not going to be catching him by surprise with that. But I am also going to be dying.
Let's put these to use.
I'm gonna have to drop this guy. I might open up the deck and take him out. There's a reason why this poor little bastard never gets run. Because he is just ridiculous. Isn't it weird? Like a 3/6 is amazing. A 6/3, far less than
of the
this.
living.
I mean, you're healing up, but
You won't
I don't know, man. He's got a good board. I can't deny him that.
Watch yourself now.
And Bruma against Bruma. Let's see who profiteers. Eh? That's a sick burn.
What have we here?
See, we're waiting for our big late game right now. I mean, I didn't even realize he's at 10 Magicka. I'm at 8.
Wrong place.
We're waiting for our big guns,
Speak, citizen.
and it's probably going to come down to who draws it first. I can't call that a big gun, not on a board like this. I mean, it does give us a card. Man, it's so disappointing. Arc Salami, or whatever the heck your name is. No,
I have no patience for fools.
but I don't want to play him either.
This should help you.
This is the poopiest. We are both drawing like garbage. Give me another creature to... Okay, okay, I can work with that. What do you... Okay, you are... So it's a 7, 8, 9. Okay. Alright, it's something, right? It's something. Oh, don't let me do that. Don't let me say right after everything. That's a... Yeah, look at us with our mildly decent play. Yeah. Divine Fervor's a good pickup. But here's the thing, we both have to break each other's runes.
Ita.
I bark and birth. This is interesting.
He's gonna find it. Oh, poor. This is a sad state of affairs here.
Chimera, spirit of the sky, guide us.
As we ever so slowly battle for supremacy.
I'll see you dead.
All it's gonna take is a big one. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. New era maybe for him. I don't know what his top end is. Maybe what's that? The 12 cost Tullius's conscription. He could be playing that. That would definitely set it in his favor. We've got Supreme Atromancer. We've got 2 of those. We've got Encano. He wouldn't exactly blow it open. And the Salami stands alone.
By the light of the 3.
Taking over the field lane. Go, Dagger Mage, go! Daggerfall Mage, Daggerfall. Please put something in front so I can break the ward. Aw, man. Arguably, I should have put her over here just... Oh, crap. We are not going to trigger that anytime soon. And he can trade with it favorably. Unless no. I guarantee you there's going to be a better target for Mummify. A much, much better target for Mummify.
Scale.
Just when I thought we had the advantage. Hey, there's one of them. That's a good one. You know what, though?
By the light of the
There we go. Give him a full lane to roam. Little skeleton boys now all beefed up. That was part of the impetus, too. Since I'm running 2 of him, being able to have Divine Fervor for all of them. Oh, I don't like you right now. I mean,
Well,
like I said,
let's see if we can
I'm not
find
a
something useful.
big fan of control in general. It is not my milieu. And that's why.
Sign me up.
Okay, he's gonna get card draw.
Let's put
Have a
these
card.
to use.
Can't believe it. Skelly Boy comes down, doesn't even get to run. Doesn't even get to play. And see, here's the thing. We can go on the aggressive now, but we start giving him cards if he's not giving us. Okay, I just gotta say, I mean, do you not have better things to do with your time than play this game? Like, we could have played 30,000 games by this point. 30,000, no less than 30,000, maybe 30,002. Just my luck running. I'm sure, because I'm pretty sure he's good. What in the world? I mean, I know it's a value generator, but
I'll whip them into shape.
I think it's only fair that we get a Shadowfen Priest. You ruined our fun twice with your Dawn's Wrathingness. I think we can kill your spiders, because I'll tell you right now, I just have no love for spiders. No love for them. And until he draws a lethal one, a venomous one, He is just fodder for our guy. We can get him buffed up to a 29 points. That's my strategy. That's my plan. Witnessed my brilliant mind.
You can't defeat me.
Could have finish off. You know what? Screw your Dawn's Wrath. If you're running 3 of them, then I don't know what to do. Well, I mean, we could just command it. I mean, we got 16 on the. Oh, so you've got it.
You fight like a child.
I mean, I feel like he's never going to get to swing.
You can't defeat me.
You know what? This game just needs to be over one way or the other. I will readily admit that I am just bored.
It's time to act.
Like, I'm just thinking of time that could have been better spent on so many other things. And this is my beef with Control. Part of it is Justin said at some point, Justin Larson was like, sometimes the best way to win is just to not lose. And it's just like, just wait for your opponent to get bored. Wait for your opponent to not want to play anymore, and then you're good.
For the Emperor.
I'll see you dead.
It's a good lane for that to be in.
You cannot.
Oh. I'm not going to say this is the worst game ever, but wow. I'm sorry, just Control. I guess maybe just for like future reference, if I see, maybe I'll just like, I don't want to auto concede, but I really do not want to go freaking an hour and a half playing one game with somebody who just wants to fiddle around with a deck. I mean, it's just, it's a boring play style. Okay, all right, I'm done. I've whined for the past, I don't know, 5 minutes now. I'm just bored.
A hard-fought
game.
victory.
I got better things to do with my time. I'm sorry. I don't know if you actually wanted to see me just sit. This would just be dead time, and let him do his thing. I mean, at least with Invade, it's over in 7 turns if it doesn't work out. But that was just obnoxious. They should queue it in where you can say, hey, like, I want to play against these kinds of decks. Because it really is. That's how you win. That's how you win. You just get people to go, you know what, I'm like, because I could have just sat on my cards. I could have just sat there and fiddled around back and forth. And it's just, but, I mean, literally, that could go on until we go into card atrophy, where we run out of cards. And some people have no problem doing that. I can't. So they've got an advantage. So yeah, just know, if you are a Control player, you've got an advantage over Schwaaard. If you see me, more than likely I will give you the win. If I come across Rise on High again, I will tip my hat to you and I will move on, because a win is just not worth the time.
I slay the
It is not worth the time. I can't remember if he steals.
Your blood will spill.
He doesn't steal Pilfer. I think he just
For
steals
the Emperor.
Drain, which may... Oh, he does steal them both. Was that always a thing? Could you always steal Rally? I thought that was like the one you couldn't, but...
Should have been more worthy.
There
Face
we
me,
go.
you dog.
Sorry for getting a little... and I'm not even upset. I just legitimately get...
I will keep Sotha Sil's
Like I said,
people
kinda bored.
alive.
It
Should have been
happened.
more worthy.
This fervor is divine.
Chimeric spirit of the sky, guide us.
Like, it doesn't have to be a I don't need it to be like an aggro deck going back and forth, but at like turn 12, turn 13, at the latest, you should. That's where the game should kind of be reaching its fullness of the good stuff.
Should have been more worthy.
We'll hold no matter what.
That will be sweet. Tempo Harpy probably would have been a good idea. Please don't have Dawn's Wrath. And look, I'm not disparaging. Oh, that's a swing. Takes 2 off the board, gets 2.
Should have been more worthy.
What you got? Bring it. Oh, no. Let's see here. 4 and 2. I know Call Dragon's coming next.
You fight like a child.
Your blood will spill.
And we are doing our... Oh, you know what? No, they could be doing... What is that called? The green shout, where it takes 2 out of the whole lane. See? You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Chimeric spirit of the sky,
Nice
guide
try.
us!
Face me, you dog. I smell the stench of the living.
There we go. Yeah, so let me be clear. I don't have any, like, it's nothing personal against Control players. It's a place I just can't get on board with. Like, I mean, if I'm going to play a long game, it's going to be Monopoly. But here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. There are games of Monopoly that actually were shorter than the game that we just tried to play. Because few people know this. Well, maybe they don't. Maybe a lot do. But when Monopoly is played the proper way, it is not a marathon. It's not these, whatever. Every property is supposed to be mortgaged. So you never have this like, do you want to buy this? No? Okay, we move on. Every single time somebody lands on a property, somebody is going to buy that property if they have the money. It goes up for auction. It can be as little as $2. Haha, my reputation precedes me. Either that or he was, Telvanni could have been a control deck, and he was like, I heard Jesse is not a big fan of these control decks, so I'm just going to... Okay. None of that happened. It was all in my head. It was a nice thought.
Hail, friend.
Now he could surprise me. That's why I'm not ringing out Barrow Stalker. I don't think he's aggressive, so I don't think I need to rush into anything. So I'm gonna rush into the mammoth. Rawr! But yeah, so you're supposed to, and then there's no free parking, so you're not just giving everybody money. A typical Monopoly game is like an hour and a half.
Must I do
That's
everything myself?
pretty much it. I would deny card draw, but they're not. What do you call it? Fire blooming, which I wouldn't have had a choice. Gosh, you really don't want to waste a Mummify or a Sorcerer's Negation on that. Okay, board tempo I can move.
This should help me.
I mean, he can still hit. He's 3-4 bodies, nothing to shake a stick at. But,
Feel the power within
oh, for goodness sakes. I don't know. See, and there's a part of me now just like in the back of my brain going, hey, wait a minute. If you push damage fast enough, you don't have to worry about bigger targets for Mummify. You just do your thing. And by the time they can play a big enough creature to do anything, they're out of they're out of time. So yeah, I just got to rethink. And also, just so you know, I am still giving thought to the tutorial. Leo Zara, I got to tell you, as a veteran as you are, and just based on the conversations we've had, I don't think you're going to learn a lot from me, but I'm happy to put it out there. I do want, the thought came to me, the only reason why it's taken a little bit longer is because the idea came to me, hey, you know what? Maybe for just any new Legends players in general. So it's not for people even that necessarily know. I'm not going to go like crazy on the basics, but you know, it's going to be enough where it's going to be comprehensive enough where people who are just getting into it are also going to get a little bit of the understanding. We can't lightning bolt and mummify, but so I am working on that. So let's see, I'm writing down the name. Pedencito? Pedencito? I don't know how to pronounce your name. And you can tell me. Give me a phonetic spelling if you read this comment. Give me a phonetic spelling. Oh, please hit her. No! Why? Why? It would have been so beautiful. Oh no, wait. No, Cool Fire Bloom just is 5 damage. Doesn't matter. We are stalling out here. So I need a good draw here because I don't want to mummify her. Okay, well now that I've got removal for that, let me
pox. I smell the stench of the living.
He's going to be good. That's one of the main reasons I'm running, because otherwise there's really no organic way to put card draw into Sorcerer. Like they really just, is it something? Okay, as fast as they did that, I got to think they've got something for her.
I do not fear death.
Okay, that's okay.
If I fall,
That's also okay.
I
mean, what do you
smell
got?
the
That
stench
is...
of the living.
So... how do we do this? We go... 1. Okay. No. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
She'll take you.
That was my whole turn, though, and I'm sure they've got more stuff to throw at me, but at least we got rid of 3 sizable critters. I probably should have been a little more aggressive. What are you going to draw back? Harpy? Oh, well, there you go. That'll work, too.
Hold the line.
Good for next turn.
Arcane Spear. This day will be mine.
Although I bet they have the either the shackle or the snake. Probably been sitting on it. Just waiting for Nahagliv to show up and say, "Aha, you cannot target me with your actions." Oh no, a snake! Yeah, so I am working on the tutorial. This weekend I might put in some more time. It's going to be a little bit longer. I have to going to try to get it all together, get all the ideas together, try to pare it down as concisely as possible, because I could ramble on about, oh, maybe do this and do that, but I want to make sure it's all just good general practice. It's not my personal take. Like, I would love to say don't play control decks, or play control decks, but always try to end the game within a reasonable amount of time. That would be my... That seems like a risky... That paid off. What a great payoff.
By the
That was
Lord,
like
Mother and Wizard, I see
one of the
their
best.
strategy.
Potions, sweetmeats, get your supplies here.
You don't see that card played often. Fascinating. All right. What are we doing here? Can't play both. Man, I never seem to have the right amount of magicka. All right. Like I said, I have a feeling a snake will be his fate. But he's got 4/4 is nothing to shake a stick at. We're shaking sticks all day today. There's plenty of dillies in these colors that could put a hurting on him. And then I've just got my little tutu.
Try something. You
There
won't
we go.
live to regret.
This one will.
Hey!
Unfortunately, that was a shame.
They cannot regret with me.
I feel like that should be a mummified target. Oh no! No! No, no, no! But actually, it will give me a card.
Confound you!
Behold the power of the
All right.
night.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. At this point, I can't plan any more turns ahead because I have no idea what he's gonna throw down. He's got so many cards in his hand. It could be any number of things. I can't play around everything Telvanni brings. So you're in a quandary now. You got to give me more cards for 3 life. Is it worth it? It's 3. He could be looking to pivot though. Generally, if they do that, if you bring them to that breaking point, control decks, where they're going to break a rune, they're like, all right, screw it, I'm just going to start breaking all your runes and just make a bad dash for it. That's all right. I didn't really have anything to do with him anyway. That's kind of his thing. He's just a good target for that. We are sitting on lethal. He's got 9. What are you doing with the 9? What are you doing? Well, okay, no, we're not sitting on lethal. He's got 13. I don't begrudge the time. Don't begrudge him the time.
You are no messenger.
My last battlefield.
See you later.
See? They don't mind going face once all it takes is the 1. It's like once they decide they're actively going to break a rune, it's like, okay, now the game is afoot. You just saw that I had Mummify, right? You just saw that I had Mummify. Can we win on this turn? Let's see.
Dog.
9, 5, 6. Wait, crap. 5, 6. Yes. Sorry. Oops. Sorry, my math is bonkers, y'all.
Let's put these.
Oh, I didn't even need to equip that dagger. Oh man, sorry. See, I mean, part of it is this dynamic here. Like, all I'm thinking, like, as I'm trying to figure it out, I'm like, oh, I look like such a moron right now. I look like I can't count. Like, I need my fingers. So, it's a vicious cycle. Like, my mind panics, and it sets everything off. Hey, look at us. We're moving up after a kind of a shaky start and a concession. I don't know that we would have won that game. Like I said, we had Supreme Atromancer and everything, but you just never know how many. On a control deck, you just know that they're going to beat you out. This is a high-end mid-range, meaning we do have some pretty big guys. Like, I think a normal mid-range in Sorcerer maybe tops out at Ancano. You know, like he's an 8. And that's kind of it. Maybe a 9 drop. I'm not sure what it would be. But when you're up against control, I mean, they've just got nothing but the end game and the removal. So I think we would have lost that one anyway. I'll see, there's our high end. I think we may be up against some aggressive. I'm curious. Anybody know the etymology of aggro? Because it's not aggressive, like you would think. Or maybe it's aggravate.
Hail,
I guess that would make sense. All right, because I think this could be. That's so weird that you walk on warm sands with a kitty against warrior. I mean, you don't change yours.
What did you expect? Friendly greeting.
Now the question is this a prophecy deck or a
motherless dog.
I smell the stench
just a
of the
aggressive
living.
deck?
For Valenwood.
Nope, it's just a aggressive deck. I think.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Nope, prophecy deck. Well, I mean, you can't necessarily say that, I guess, but.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
As we do this. I mean, he's going to be giving us cards, so We don't have to be sparing about that. I don't know if we win this race, though.
I am ready to join the circle.
Oof.
For Valenwood.
That's a lightning bolt target, but... Man. That's 12. That's... I mean, we... What do you think? All right, so if we do this, that's 3, 6... Well, that's 9 total. Gets him down to... I mean, that's 12. That's 16. Screw it.
Chimeric spirit of the sky.
We are
Long
in
length
it.
for a midnight stroll.
Do not lose to it. Oh my gosh. Well, prophecies will do it to you. Hopefully it cuts both ways, but...
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
And... Okay, they didn't get one that time, but now they only have to come up with 3. So I think this is it. Good game.
A hard-fought.
There's no way.
Let's split some
For
skulls.
Valenwood.
As long as I draw
Arguably we should have contested, but...
You should.
Here's where a mummify would be really nice. Alright, so... I mean, we can't do it, right? Even if we Divine Fervor. Yeah, we're done. Alright, well, yeah, we probably should have contested. Please just finish it.
For
There you go. Good stuff. It's just been so long since I mean, all day it's been at best mid-range, but mostly control, so I just kind of forgot. Oh no, aggro, you're not going to race aggro with a mid-range deck. This is not a racing deck. Particularly one that hits 2 prophecies. Was it 2? We had the Gatekeeper and 3. No, Gatekeeper. Who cares? Who cares? Water under the bridge. We're moving on. Probably got a couple more games in the tank still. Is this the same one? I can't remember. Oh, that looks okay.
Hail, friend.
I don't know with what we were drawing if we could have really competed with that. I mean, it was a 4-1, so like what came down initially was a 4-1. So I don't know. I think a point could be, a case could be made that we should have
This day will be
definitely
mine.
contested. Going against aggro warrior and thinking you're gonna
Let's take care of business, shall we?
come away with.
Canker blossom.
Watch yourself now.
A win. And racing is just, it's not a good plan. It's Tony Stark says that. Not a good plan. Not a good plan. Yeah, I thought you had that. I just didn't think you'd waste it on.
Time to take matters into my own hands.
Okay.
Face me, you dog.
What do you see? I have juicy targets such as this one. Unfortunately, Nahag Leave is not going to be much of a factor in this. Okay.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
I will give you a dagger, young lady. You shall strike the
I will
face.
have your head.
Boo-ha.
We must protect our stronghold.
Huh. I feel like I want to...
I will have your head.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Let's put these to use.
We can Nahag Leave next turn. And he can't be targeted by your actions. But you will have enough to do that. So maybe we wait.
Let's put these to use.
For the Emperor.
took your venom. I took your venom, you ugly little spider. I've had enough of spiders for today. I'll tell you that right now.
What have we here?
Uh-huh. That's 2 Archer's Gambits. Do I want to bet that they don't have a Viper or a 3rd Gambit?
Let's put these to use.
Fight like a child.
Gotta try it. See what we can do. Or a Leaf Lurker. Oh, nut bunnies. I might get Leaf Lurked by this little turd here. She'd be like, oh, I'm going to bite your ankles, and then a Leaf Lurker's going to come down and make you feel silly. Only good thing is it pretty much is their only turn. Try to use an action. Try to use an action. Be thwarted. Be thwarted by the action. Be like, I can totally use my Feldam. Oh, no.
There will be sweetmeats for this one tonight.
4 is the Viper cost. Do you not have the Viper? Viper uppercut. Anybody get that reference? Street Fighter? I should have given you a second to think about it. Sorry. I'm the worst trivia host ever. Did you get the answer in 3 seconds? No? Here, let me tell you what it is.
I draw power from these trees.
Okay, I guess they're prepping for next turn, provided...
Let's put these to use.
Actually, could... No, there isn't. I think one other thing that helps, and another reason why I wanted to run this, is because when you see Telvanni, when you see whatever that's called, the triathlete, what was this? The tryhard, the tri... Come on, what is it called? The... I don't know. Tribunal. There it is. When you see them, initially you think they're going to be slow. So even when they start attacking, it doesn't dawn on you until like one of the big guys come down and you're 4 or 5 points down and you go, oh, wait a minute. They're coming after me. Doesn't matter against aggressive decks like Warrior, of course, because they don't care what you're doing. They're just coming after you. But I think for other mid-range decks or even slower decks, they're expecting that kind of, okay, we'll go back and forth, and I got my big threats. If you can play these colors and take it by surprise. See, I'm just naive enough to know, is that really worth keeping? There's going to be no lethal on board. Like, I've been just enough to know that it doesn't...
Hail, friend.
The amount of stuff that I don't know...
Welcome, friend.
...is crazy, so... You're going to give him a weapon, and he's going to give it back to you, because that's what this creepy dude does. Unless I silence you next turn, I feel like she's gonna eat a negation. Not my Daggerfall. Don't make her eat it. Don't make her eat a negation. Let her get her value. Okay, but you're gonna shackle her so she can't do it. This guy's just all kinds of crazy buff stuff, but one more turn.
My blade is death to assassins.
And I can silence you, my friend. Oh, but he's not. He's going to kill her and get all his stuff back. Dag nabbit. The good news is he's got to have a body to play all this stuff on. And once I break a rule, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh. Silencio, por favor. Silencio. You must be no.
Schwaaard take you.
And I know he can shackle and he can do all the stuffs. I think they're going to try to race me.
I don't just know how to make them.
You better, equip that first. Shackle him. Hit me in the face. And actually, go ahead and put the ring on there. I will... It's really not great having the mace in circulation.
This might be handy.
I mean, he's living the dream. To be able to have this guy right off the jump, it's pretty sweet. Ooh. Hallelujah. Alright, so what are we going to do here? I guess just develop 5th Legion?
Out upon it.
Confound you!
No, wait.
Training is over. It's time to act.
So he was very lucky that he had the two of those guys early with all those weapons, but I was very lucky that I had a negation at that point, because then that removes all those from circulation.
Rise, my servant.
I don't just know how to make them.
Well, that helps. Divine Fervor.
Don't underestimate.
Coming at you, buddy.
Chimera spirit of
You
the
can't
sky,
defeat
guide us.
me. Mother of mud. Schwaaard take you.
And gavel for the win.
A hard-fought
All right.
victory.
Well, I'm gonna check and see like what time we're at here. I'm trying to keep these. I think a happy medium is about an hour and 15 minutes. Alrighty, we got probably another couple games in us, depending. If we end up against a control deck, we have about 1/8 of a game left in us. But barring that unfortunate scenario, we should be able to get two more games in this evening, and yeah, call it good. Feels good for the most part. Feel
Hail,
like a
Frank.
nice outing. I still don't know about how. I had to check the time between when I turned it off.
I will
Okay,
push
so
them.
it's gonna be aggressive.
I smell.
We've learned our lesson. We are
of
going
the
to try
living.
to defend. I don't know how fast. They're already coming at us pretty quick. We might not be able to get ahead of it in time.
Wait. Did you hear that?
Lion coming next play.
Talking mud crab merchant. Read my lips.
And I don't know what lane he's going to be in. So yeah, they're planning to end that's how you know it's no bueno, because they're looking to end it
I smell the stench
before turn
of
9.
the living.
Because that's horrible for. We get a nice premium though.
I'll take them with me.
Okay, no lion. So I can work with this.
By the fires of oblivion.
And Brigadoon, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was Dragon Tamer Blade. If you ever watched him, they're either friends or they would play together or something. So, yeah. I didn't realize he got that high. What in the world? All the stuffs. Let's see here. Arguably, Lightning Bolt is going to be a better use.
Out
Let's
upon
do
it.
this. Yeah. I want to populate the board, but I feel like we really need to stave off the wave, if you will. Stave off the wave. The only thing we've got going... Oh! You have a Divine Fervor, and we have a Divine Fervor. Luckily, I don't need it to trade with that. Oh, misplay. I hope that 1 point doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. And it's over there. Oh, it's just all the stuffs. All the stuffs. See? And again, I don't want to do the... Ooh, you know what would really put a crimp in is a Mighty Conjuring next turn. So let's do this.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
And do
Chimera,
that.
spirit of the sky,
Which,
guide us.
because I'm not thinking properly,
You won't foil my plan.
Sheol take you.
doesn't get me in Mighty Conjuring range. So my plan is pretty much done. Because I have no way to trigger it. That was stupid. I'm going to, well, you look at my opponent's board, you can't say I lost because of the stupid mistake. It certainly is not going to help. It would have been great to have a Mighty Conjuring, but I don't, well, okay, that, oh, why you run that? See, I purposely do not run that card because some of the people, I wasn't around when that card came around. All right, we're good.
A hard-fought victory.
I wasn't around when that card hit the scene, but I was told that it's overpowered. Oops, sorry. And so I purposely avoid it just because I don't want to play with a broken card. And people could say, you know, it's there, you should play with it. That's not, I don't do that. Because those are the same people to me. Now, I'm not saying this about Brigadoon at all. You know, if you play it, you play it. But the argumentation for it is the same that you would get from, okay, that wasn't the argumentation you can get is the same thing as cheating in a professional sport. Can you get away with it? Yeah. Does that mean you should? Not if you're saying let me do my best and put it against you. Again, please make no mistake. I am not saying that if you play Bruma or if you play New Era or any of these other broken cards that or questionable cards that maybe should be balanced, that if you play those, that I'm saying you're a cheater. It's well within the rules of the game. But when I look at them and I look at what they can do, and when you understand, like, look, this is just an overpowered card, I don't feel like I'm playing within the rules of I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like I said, because it's not cheating. So it's not the same thing in that regard. It's the justification for it. You say, okay, this is a ridiculous card. Because I mean, if I'm not mistaken, like in classic Magic the Gathering, there are certain cards that are so overpowered that they are banned from play. They're not allowed to be played. It's like, why don't you just balance them? Well, I mean, first of all, it was a hard copy. It was like, what is it for Magic the Gathering? It's the Lotus Flower, the Lotus Blossom or something. I don't remember. And then there's like a Sorcerer Jack or some, I don't know. There's like two cards that I remember that got banned because they were just OP. They were ridiculous. And when you're dealing with physical cards,
There's a plan. There's
physical
always
copies,
a plan.
you can't just say, let me change the stats on that card because you'd have to do it with a Sharpie or something.
I do not fear death.
Yeah. An investment in the future.
It's time to act.
When my wind keep comes down, if she survives. Lightning bolt.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
So much for investment in my future. This side. Let's put our little bodies down first.
Smell the
That would have been a
stench
nice
of the living.
turn with her, though.
The day is mine. You can't defeat me.
See, it's not the same thing. Like I said, don't get it confused. It's a personal decision, but I can't help but say that my personal decision was based. Oh, this is going to be the most horrible Abner, and he's probably going to get.
Not be on the wrong side.
I don't know. Is this control Dagoth? I guess. See, I was taken aback by it. I see Dagoth. I think aggressive. I think mid-range. You don't think of control until you're sitting on no cards, and then you go, oh, it's kind of cool.
Will be ours.
All right, it is good to see some of our late game.
Found you.
I'll teach you to disrespect
I
authority.
smell the stench
Coming
of the
around the
living.
corner here.
I come bearing gifts.
And then Stone's Throw? No. Okay. So we do what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's only 4 damage.
Oblivion awaits.
Shots fired! Shots fired! That's a good one.
Vile canker blossom.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Let's see, that's helpful. Getting us an Atromancer range just as she comes. We're going to curve into it nice.
Oblivion awaits you.
So yeah, that's an easy call.
Disrespect the Thon.
I hate this crowd. It's damn uncomfortable.
And then, more than likely, I'm guessing, Atromancer finishes it out. Unless he's got 2 Fell the Mighties.
Stendog, give us
But yeah, just as we close it out here, yeah, it's. I mean, I just want to make it very clear. I'm not accusing anybody of cheating or doing shady things. Okay, well. That's still the game.
This world will be well rid of you.
To disrespect the Thon.
Elements, I summon thee.
Elements, I summon thee.
Yeah, gathering my thoughts. So here's the thing. If I make a value judgment for myself, it's very difficult to not say that that's empirical. So if I feel that it is something is not right to do, that it's not right to take advantage of unbalanced cards or just to play cards, you know, maybe they're not unbalanced, but and it's that whole do unto others thing, then it's very hard for me to not automatically kind of assign that to other people. I don't do it automatically, but it's hard not to say that. It's like, well, if I don't think it's right, or in my mind it's not right for me to do, so when I see you do it, I go, hey, what's up? We didn't lose the game because of Bruma thing. We didn't lose because of that. We were going to lose that game anyway. And it's, like I said, it is not cheating in the same way that holding during a football play is cheating, or running out of bounds or stepping out of bounds and hoping to get away with it is cheating. Those are cheating. Those are breaking the rules. It is, and you're no longer playing the game of football. When you cheat, you are no longer playing the sport or the game that you started off playing, because within the rules of that sport, it does not allow you to do that. So you're playing. If you intentionally foul somebody, you are no longer playing that sport. You're playing some version of it in yourself, where, you know, in your own mind, where you can get away with doing crazy stuff like that. Not worth ringing her out. We'll ring out Young Mammoth for darn sure. We greeted this person, right? I'm pretty sure we did. And so, yeah. So it's because I've got a friend who thinks that he's like, you do what you got to do to win. I'm like, that's too nice to pass up.
For the Emperor.
You do what you do within the realm of the game. Otherwise, there's no point in playing, because you're just doing your own thing. All right. I don't want her to get rewarded, or to do that hit me in the face thing. Sorry, I don't need to go off. Like I said, it's not grandstanding. It's not preaching. It's just my perspective on certain things.
No quarter.
Not gonna lie, if this looks like it's gonna stretch into a control, I might I might phone it in. Okay, works for me. You could say, why don't you Dawnbreaker?
I smell smell
get Mighty
the
Conjuring up
stench
next, but
of the
I just
living.
have no confidence that they're not sitting on even more removal. This is not a battle. Yeah, this is just a removal fest. And there's nothing inherently wrong with playing the game this way. I just find it incredibly tedious personally. Alright, we're just going to force the removal. We're just going to force it, because I'm starting to get bored again. When there are no creatures on the... When there are no creatures on this side of the board, I get very bored. Alright, that'll be good for next turn.
Behold the power of
I'm sure they've got an Ice Storm they're sitting on. Like, sorry.
So many purses.
Wait,
so
they
little
already Ice
time.
Stormed once, right? Yeah. Well, let's see what you've got for me here.
Elements.
Good news, if this actually sticks, we can do Mighty Conjuring next turn, but I have no confidence that they're not sitting on an Ice Storm. And we may just phone it in at that point. I mean, I hate to go out that way, I just see this. Okay, that's not an Ice Storm. And that's a Moment 5 that could have gone to Mighty Conjuring.
I will keep Sotha Sil's people alive.
So let's see how close we can get.
Khajiit is having a good night.
Good start. Oh, we got it. All right, that'll do it. So, again, sorry, a little bit down in the mouth against Control. Like I said, no animosity for Rise and High and whoever else plays Control. You're great players. You play the game. It's part of the game. It's not cheating. It's not wrong. It's just, for people like me, the way I'm wired personally, it's boring as heck. And I don't want to do it. So, when we come back, we're on the precipice of breaking into the tower for the first time. Gosh, 4 years, something like that. But yeah, we shall see how it goes. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time, probably tomorrow.